from a little town in north central Iowa called Odison, Iowa. Nobody's ever heard of it. So grew up on a farm, went off to college. I went to Augustana College in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Pretty place. I've been there.
It's a very pretty place. It's a little nice liberal arts college.
Yeah.
Graduated there, came to Ames because I was going to start grad school right away. Last minute, got a job teaching at Ames High School in special ed. Taught there a couple of years. Somebody asked me if I'd be interested in this grant program that was to start an educational program for kids with learning disabilities to come to DMACC. I'd never even heard of DMACC. Thought, well, give it a shot. That was in 1982, and I've been here ever since. Yeah, so I came here as a faculty member to start a program. It was called Strive. The program is still here. And as I tell people, I wandered my way through the college. I just kept taking on more and more and more responsibility. And then I went back to school in the meantime, got my master's and my PhD at Iowa State because I live in Ames. So probably 20 years ago, I became vice president of academic affairs, and then 14 years ago, I became the executive vice president. So I have academic affairs, student services, all the campuses, human resources, continuing ed, grants and contracts, institutional research, pretty much everything except the business office and the physical plant is sort of all under my purview. Oh my goodness. So when I came, we only had campuses in Ankeny, in Boone. Carroll had just started as a center. Urban was very, very, very small. So since I came, we added Newton and we added West. Carroll became a full-blown campus. We added the Hunsaker Center in Ames, Southridge Center in South Des Moines, Center in Perry. So we've grown physically tremendously. So lots of physical space, lots of students. I would say when I came here, I don't know, we probably had 3,000 students. Now we have 30,000 students. But also our scope of services has grown a lot. We now have 200 and some programs. Our mission is way bigger than it was. We do all kinds of industry training, and we do continuing education, and we do English as a second language. So not only the scope of the buildings and the square footage, but just everything that we do, our mission has just really expanded. We're in the high schools now where we didn't used to be. We do all this distance learning stuff that we didn't used to do. So huge, huge growth in my years. Gosh, you're gonna make me cry here.
That's my job.
The people.
Yeah.
I all of the deans and provosts I've hired. Joanne, who has been my assistant for 17 years. The people here are just wonderful. They're like family. I know. In fact, I was just talking to our grants director who works for me, and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do when I don't know about everybody's family, your kids and weddings and all those kinds of things. So it will be the people, but also just what we do. DMACC is awesome. We just do so much for so many people. So I'll miss students, our mission, but mostly the people. I would say graduations are probably the most touching, whether it's the graduation from corrections where, the inmates get their high school diploma, or our big graduation at downtown, at Wells Fargo, or high-set graduations. All of our graduations are probably incredibly touching. Well, how it's impacted me, I grew up here. I was 25 when I started here. So we have 3 children. All 3 of my kids have they know nothing. They know DMACC. Joanne was like a second mom. They'd call into her after school and let her know she was home. DMACC has given me opportunities to travel. we've done a lot of international things. It's given me an opportunity to give back to the community in incredible ways. It's given me the opportunity to really make a difference in people's lives. I think that when you're in education, and there are other fields like that too, you really know that, you make a difference, right? Because we change people's lives. So it has impacted me. I mean, it's shaped me in a lot of different ways. So how I've impacted DMACC, well, I guess time will tell. But I think, I've been in a leadership role for a really long time here. So I think that I have hired really, really good people. I think that I have participated in starting a lot of different programs. I think since I've been here, we've probably started 70 brand new programs. I've had a lot of impact on the expansion of our mission. I started the distance learning program and the high school programming and, the programs for students with disabilities and the honors program and just lots and lots of stuff were kind of started under my purview. So I would say I've probably had an impact, but I guess time will tell, right? I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have worked my whole life. We have 3 kids. I took maternity leave, and obviously we've taken vacations. But other than that, I've worked pretty much every day of my life. So, and I work really long hours, and I do a lot of stuff at night. I'm on a lot of boards and stuff. So I look forward to having a little bit of time, that is devoted to my family. My family hasn't always gotten the best of me, right? Because I work really long hours. So my husband and I love to travel, so we'll do some traveling. Our kids live out of state. We'll go see them. I'll continue to work on boards. But I may have one more career left in me. I just don't know. I may go do something different. I'm very passionate about women and children. I'm really passionate about politics, and the 2018 race is heating up. There's an opportunity for me to do that. So I've taught at Iowa State before. I may go do some teaching. So we'll see. We'll see. I think there might be one more career in me. Well, I think just always stay focused on our students and our communities. That's what we're about. Whether it's the credit transfer classes like you're in, or the programs that like nursing where you come here and then you go directly to work, or English as a second language, or our students with special needs, or our honors students, whatever, our continuing ed students. We're here to serve the community. We're here to meet everybody's needs. We're here to give people a first chance and a second chance and a 10th chance if they need it. So we can do that with quality and with rigor and with great intention, but we can't ever forget that we're here to serve the community. So, and I don't think anybody's going to forget that. I think that's pretty ingrained in how people view their role here. Most of the people here, they love it. They don't want to work at a giant 4-year school where they have to do a lot of research and publishing. They want to teach, or they want to work directly with students. So, got the best staff ever. That's been the best ride ever.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trade my life here for anything. It's I've been lucky. I've worked really hard, and I think I've given this place all I have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good place.
Well, I've known Kim Linduska. She's been Executive VP for Academic Affairs and Provost on the Ankeny campus since 1998. I'm from Iowa. I lived in Florida for 25 years, moved back to be president of Northeast Iowa Community College in 1998. Got to know Kim then. She's got a statewide presence in anything in academic affairs. So obviously when I came to DMACC in 2003, she is the executive VP that works with me to help develop the college. Probably the one word that I would use for Kim is caring.
Yeah.
I mean, above all, she cares for the faculty, staff, and students. I mean, it's great to be a great administrator, but in your heart, you've got to care. And she really does. She's got a big heart, and she cares for the faculty, staff, and all of our students. Well, Kim has been here for 36 years. So there's nothing that you can see, touch, or feel at DMACC that Kim hasn't had a role in some way. Clearly, the development of the campuses. I mean, we've got 6 campuses, 4 learning centers. I mean, she's been intimately involved in the construction, development of all of them, or at least in some cases their expansion, as well as creating all the programs that are inside those campus sites. So she's done everything, but probably the best thing is the curriculum. I mean, it's at the core, community colleges are all about teaching. I mean, administrators, support staff, I mean, we play key roles in making sure, the doors are open, the lights are on, and all the services work. But it's really the faculty work in the classroom that makes a difference. So Kim's work with the faculty in making sure that the curriculum is as good as it can be, we meet all of our accreditation standards, and it meets the needs of our area businesses and communities. I mean, I think that's what she's really good at. And she serves on a number of national accreditation teams. And she doesn't just serve on those teams. She is a leader on those teams. And she's recognized by the Higher Learning Commission, which is our accreditation agency. She's recognized by them as one of the top leaders in accreditation and curriculum development in the country. Well, Kim is a trusted confidant and a friend. I mean, clearly at our level, we've got political issues, we've got bureaucratic issues, we've got employment law and issues, all kinds of regulations that we have to deal with. So it takes a team to make sure that we don't make an error at some time that is not good for our faculty, staff, and students, or it doesn't serve the communities where we are. So she is a great partner in that entire effort. I mean, we are an absolute team. We work together. I do very few things without consulting with her. She does a great job of keeping me informed as to what's going on in the college. I mean, we meet weekly. We meet informally and formally just to make sure that DMACC is as good as it can be. We are in a very disruptive time. I think we've probably always been in a disruptive time. Whether you're a video store that's gone out of business. I mean, everything's being disrupted by new technology, competition. Every program we have that's successful, somebody's trying to take it from us in one way or get the students. It's a great competition for money, legislatively, and private donations. I mean, it's a big enterprise. And Kim's been a key role for her entire time at DMACC. And again, she's been a great friend to me. Well, it will be a challenge. I mean, clearly she's got such a scope of control and over so many programs that it will take a very special individual. But we're all replaceable. I mean, we all at some point will leave. So this is just a normal transition in an organization when a key leader leaves. I mean, we are going to restructure in a small way. Kim's been involved in developing that new structure. She's been giving great advice. She will work to her last day. I mean, she will not be one of these people that counts the days as they go by and just can't wait to get out. I mean, her goal now is to get as much accomplished and to complete as many open projects as she can before the end of December. And she's going to do it. I mean, she is absolutely on task. Well, I mean, she needs to understand and appreciate the significant role she's played at DMACC. And again, I will say, Kim, there's nothing that is existing at DMACC that you haven't touched and made special. So I look forward to watching you for the rest of your career, and you've got a lot of good time left and a lot of expertise and energy. I look forward to seeing what you're going to be doing for whoever or wherever you're engaged.